ventral component of the hernia. And so now we're going to have to do a revision. So the first thing that I'm going to do is a cystopexy and a colopexy. And then I'm going to do a semitendinosus muscle flap transposition for the actual hernia repair. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to our channel. Make sure you turn on notifications so you'll get a ding on your phone the next time we live stream. So, first thing that I'm going to do is, I think I need the cautery maybe, let's see, I just need to adjust the cautery. I have a new cautery machine. Just adjusting the cautery. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to do the colopexy and the cystopexy, and then I'm going to stop the video, turn him over, and do, can you pull the penis over, please? And then do the hernia, the semimembranosus flap hernia repair after on a separate video. Keep pulling that penis across for me. I'm just cauterizing through the retractor penis muscle as well. You can see that there's a bit of smoke from the cautery unit, and so we're evacuating that. And look, I was never too concerned about evacuating the smoke, but it turns out that there is some pretty nasty stuff in there. Let's go back and check this cautery unit. Can I get you to come over here, please? So on spot coag, click on that, and then click on surface, and then turn it up to 40. That's good. And then on blend 2, do intelligent. See if that works. Yep, 40. Thank you. Okay, I guess it's because it's intelligent and so it figures it knows best. So this is a parapreputial incision. And so what I'm doing is going next to the penis until I get back down to the linea. There's a question, have I heard or read the article on Colopexy neoplasia? I have not. I'm not aware of that. I'll definitely look that up. And in the caudal abdomen, the linea alba kind of disappears. So it's not uncommon to do a paramedian incision into the linea. So you can see that I've cut into the muscle here. So now we're down to the peritoneum. So that's spleen right there that we can see. So, next thing we're going to do is grab onto the body wall using towel clamps. Okay. So the comment about the adenocarcinoma and a colopexy, that they had an adenocarcinoma form at the site of a colopexy, and my first thought would be it very possibly was an intestinal carcinoma that then was transplanted or transferred to the body wall, would be my guess. That's the first thing that would come to mind for me. Question about ECG clips. We usually use ECG dots, adhesive dots, rather than clips. All right, so now I've moved the spleen out of the way. I've got the colon sitting here, a nice big colon. The other thing that we'll think about doing is a vas deferens of pexy. So we've got the bladder here, and pexing the vas deferens in order to keep the bladder from retroflexing. see where the vas deferens are. Extend my incision farther caudally. You can do a cystopexy as well. So where are my vas deferens?
Just drop one swab on the floor.
Can I get some large Gelpies, please? Yeah.
Yeah.
So the question about in which cases do cystopexy and colopexy, are they done at the same time as the initial surgery? Some people do it all the time. I am not one of those people that does it all the time. So there's a ureter there. And there's my vas deferens.
We got the U test ready.
Right there, thank you. All right, so the way that this works is that you cut the vas deferens and put it through a muscle flap in the abdominal wall. Okay, so we'll hold on to that if I don't drop it. I'm still having a bit of bleeding up here. So I need to retract as much of the vas deferens as I can as it goes through the inguinal ring. And I'm going to cut that. So I've got the vas deferens here. All right, and then I'm going to find the peritoneum here. Okay, and then I'm going to make a little incision in the body wall, and then I'm going to use a right angle forceps, pass through that muscle incision. Can you just keep the fat out of the way, please? Okay, and then pull the vas deferens through like this. And then I need to figure out how I'm going to tie that into a knot to itself. It's harder than I thought it would be. Can I please get some OPDS? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wrap some sutures around it. The dog is not intact. It is neutered. We neutered it the last time. And this is not a critical part of the surgery because we will have fixed the hernia, so the likelihood that it will retroflex the bladder is very low. Okay, see if we release that, good. All right, and now we'll do our Colopexy. So let's get colon out here, and we'll get just some saline soaked sponge on the spleen. So this is the spleen right here, and that is the colon. Right there, a nice big full colon. All right, so I'll have to get that out of the way. And what I'm going to do, let me just see if I remove the balfour, if I'm better able to exteriorize the peritoneal lining. Okay, so just pull that out like that. All right, and I've got the colon right here, so I'm going to put a bit of traction on that. I'll get another towel clamp here. All right. So now what I need to do is create an incision in the peritoneal wall here. about 5 centimeters long. And then create a similar one in the colon. And I might go ahead and do my tacking suture first, so I've got a better idea of how much tension I'm going to need to put on it. Kind of like I do a gastropexy. Can you expose that for me, please? Lift that up. Okay, so nice big bite here. And then a reasonable amount of tension on the colon. Like this. That might be too much. So I'm not going full thickness on that wall of the colon. Just trying to get the seromuscular layer. And I'm going to leave that end long, attach a hemostat to it, because I'll come back and tie to that later. And then I'm going to make just a seromuscular incision in the colon wall, like that. And then I'm going to suture first the deep layer. Can you retract on that? So this is kind of the dorsal layer that I'm suturing right now. Trying to avoid going into the lumen. And then I'm going to come through the other side. And then take a bite on the ventral 2 layers of the incision. Okay, and then I'll just tie to this hemostat here. Right, so I hope that that was clear. So there's a question about why colopexys would fail, and my guess would be probably too much tension. So I'm happy with the amount of tension here that I've got. So let's just pull that open so you can see clearly what I've done there. All right, can I please have some more? Actually, what's the biggest PDS we've got over there? Is it just O? Yeah. Okay, I'll have some O PDS, please. So now it's really critical that I make sure that I'm closing the linea and not the false linea in alba, or the external rectus fascia, because I'm not on the linea.
So we don't need to do the cystopexy?
I did.
Oh.
That's the vas deferens of pexy.
Right.
Yeah. So that vas deferens pexy that I did is instead of a cystopexy.
Oh, right. I thought we didn't do that shot. Yeah.
Just pull this apart, make sure that that's really tight. And so, even though I'm off midline, all I need to get is the external rectus fascia. I don't need to get sutured the peritoneum, and I don't need to suture the muscle. Get some 2O PDS, please. So some people do colopexys and cystopexies every time they repair a perineal hernia. And some people don't unless you've got a failure. And I'm kind of I'm in the camp of I don't do it unless I've had a failure. And honestly, my failure rate is very, very low. Occasionally I'll see a ventral hernia. I don't know that I've ever had my primary internal obturator repair fail. I have to remember to put in a urinary catheter before we flip the dog over, so that I'll be able to see where the urethra is when I'm suturing my ventral aspect of the hernia. Sorry. Big dog. I was worried about the... So if the dog is intact, rather than doing a vas deferens pexy, you can do an actual cystopexy, just like I did with the colon. Really important here is to reconstruct that retractor penis muscle, which is right there, up to here. Otherwise, he will pee sideways. And I'm not even sure that it was necessary to do the colopexy and cystopexy this time, but I certainly don't want to have to come in here again. So now I'm just closing deep sub-Q. Taken all this time trying to preserve the caudal superficial epigastric vessels, and almost invariably I'm going to stick a needle in it.
Almost there.
I'm making a little effort to close some dead space as I go.
Do you need a staple?
No, that's right. I'll just do an intradermal. These owners are so nice and understanding. And Claire, one of the owners, is a nurse, a human nurse, and I believe that she's watching the live stream. Which I don't mind at all. I have nothing to hide.
Do you always reconstruct your retractor penis muscle, or you can actually just the contrast once you close the sub-Q?
I always reconstruct it separately. Yeah. Almost ready to flip.
Good timing.
I've just tied a knot in my suture. Have they done the CT scan on the melanoma dog? Okay.
I saw the UCC is going to do that by itself. Sure.
Okay, do you want to give him some trazodone?
Yes. Do you want to start with like 50 or do you want half, 25 mgs?
It's a 6 kilo, right?
Yeah, 6 kilos.
I think, yeah, we can do 50.
50
Yeah.
mgs?
We have 5 mix per kg.
Yeah.
3 to 4. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll do.
Just do 50 milligram?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. Alright, I'll
Thank you.
have to get that in. I'll do that and then I'll come back to help.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If not, we can always get GABA.
I try to avoid skin staples and sutures in this dog because he's a sweet boy, but he's a little bit crazy. And so I would imagine that removing staples or sutures would be challenging.
Yes.
Some more 2O-PDS, please. Actually, 2O-monosin on a cutter. Just going to do a couple of more little interrupted sutures here just to try to pull things together a bit. Where's my... Just use my leftover OPDS to do another sub-Q layer here, just so I'm not depending so much on the skin sutures. We have Claire, who is Digger's owner, has just commented on the chat that she's watching. Alright, so now I'm doing the intradermal layer using 2O-monosin. So the reason why I'm using monosin is because it is on a cutting needle, and it also resorbs a little bit more quickly than PDS. So PDS lasts between 4 and 8 weeks in the tissues, as in 4 to 8 weeks before it loses 50% of its tensile strength, in contrast to monosin, which is about 2 to 3 weeks. And we just don't need the suture to be around for as long for an intradermal layer. I'm taking my bites parallel to the incision instead of perpendicular like I normally do, because I don't have a lot of sub-Q space left, for one thing, and for another, it's a little bit faster because I advance on every bite instead of just
One side.
every other bite. downside is that you get this funny little serpentine closure. That disappears as the scar heals. It looks a little bit funny. Initially. Would have been a lot easier to do staples.
It looks nicer.
A lot quicker. He's got a zipper. Had a spinal surgery this morning. Had 3 spines come in today. Only one of them needed surgery, and it was unfortunately a no deep pain spine. But the good thing is that he was up and walking this morning, acutely became paralyzed and acutely lost deep pain, which means that his prognosis for recovery is better than if he had been down for a week or something. A big disc rupture at T13L1. So what we'll do, Cindy, is we'll keep the back table sterile. I will scrub out and re-scrub in. And I will help flip him over and make sure that he's in the position that I want him in.
Sure.
I thought this would take about 45 minutes, and we're bang on 45 minutes right now. The other part probably is going to take an hour. The other reason why 2O monosin on a cutting needle is or the other thing is, the reason why it's clear is because in humans, particularly light-skinned humans, purple suture would show through the skin in this pattern, whereas clear suture does not. It's thinner and it's thinner and paler. So I don't know if they choose different suture material depending on the skin color, or if they're less concerned with people with darker skin.
You should check with yourself.
I should check with my plastic surgeon son.
Is he just more interested in the trauma side of plastic?
Trauma and cancer reconstruction.
Do you want me to trim off that?
No, that's right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I am going to wrap up the live stream, and we'll start another one when we are ready to do the perineal hernia. So I just hit my head on the camera. So if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to our channel. Make sure you turn on notifications so you get a ding on your phone the next time we live stream. We'll see you again probably in about 20 minutes.